John, can you talk about some of the studies that you have seen with this product and its safety?
Yes. You know, in the health industry in general, products are regarded as being safe either by history or because they're natural. And one of the things that I have to point out to people is natural doesn't necessarily mean safe. Usually it does, but